The aims of Putin and Russia in Ukraine, they were clearly stated in the speeches of Putin himself and also of many of his accomplices. So the basic idea was the regime change. They wanted to seize Kyiv and to install a puppet government. But this initial idea totally failed because, first of all, of the unity of Ukrainian society. Ukrainians decided to meet Russian soldiers not with flowers, but with arms. And secondly, very effective Ukrainian resistance. So in this situation, Putin had to recalibrate his plans. He understood that his troops, which would stay near Kyiv, Chernigiv, and other cities in the north of Ukraine, would suffer a lot. So he decided to retreat and to recalibrate his efforts in the east and south of Ukraine. So this was the second aim of Putin. Official state of Putin. Official state was to liberate the whole Donbass. So they are demanding from Ukraine to recognize the so-called People's Republics, which we call puppets republics, because now it's very, very clear that these are not any special entities. They are fully controlled by Russian army, and actually that's what we Ukrainians were explaining since 2014, that there are no separatists. They are not controlling the so-called puppet republics. This is totally area which is controlled, occupied and controlled by Russia. So all the polls that are conducted before the war and also during the war, they show that Ukrainians will not recognize annexation of Ukrainian territories by Russia. I mean, annexation of Crimea or part of Donbass. So it means that no Ukrainian government will recognize it, will agree to that. The official line of President Zelensky right now is that we are demanding withdrawal of forces to the line which existed before February 24th, but it doesn't mean that we will agree that other part is annexed or occupied by Russia. So there's no way for any Ukrainian government to recognize it. So I think that if we are talking about the military situation and military aims of Russia, yes, they would try to seize the whole Donbass, to keep the territories in the south, maybe to attack Kharkiv again with a lot of suffering for civilians. So what would happen? Look, this won't be easy for Russia, but because Ukrainian army is prepared for that, it's well equipped right now, but we need more arms from the West to fight the Russian horde. But in any case, even the worst case scenarios, if Russia would be able, to have some military gains in the east of the country, Ukrainian resistance will not stop, will continue to fight, and we believe that Ukraine will win in this war. So again, the polls shows that the polls show that 90% of Ukrainians, even more, they believe that Ukraine will win in this war. So it's clear that Putin has already lost because he didn't fulfill his aims, and Russia is a diplomatic, geopolitical, and geoeconomic isolation.